Hey YouTube family and GN subs, Humberto Gray, attorney at law here, your good news guy, and yes, I am still going to bring you good news. Despite what happens politically, I am going to find it, and in today's video you're going to see I have good news for you, and we're going to continue to bring you good news. You know, as Kendrick Lamar said, we gonna be all right, and we are. So, hey, we got a lot to get to today, so let's get at it. Alrighty, the update on keeping families together, the parole in place. So, bad decision by the Federal District Court in Texas, and what I've done is I've provided you an update in this link in the description box below, provides an update on what's happening with that process. USCIS will continue to have the pending applications on file. And as you see here, they are going to let us know in the future what they are going to do with those pending petitions. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they will adjudicate them. If you put your petition in on time and you pay the filing fee, as many of my clients have, they beat the deadline, it's in, it's pending. They won't let you take the biometrics, but that's okay. As long as it's in, let's see what they do. It seems to me that if you put your application in and you paid your fee, immigration has a mandate to adjudicate those petitions. We have good immigration lawyers that are fighting this. Let's see if there's going to be an appeal. We don't know yet by the government, but there may be a class action suit that sues the government for not adjudicating these petitions when it was announced and it was law. So let's see what happens with that. I'll keep you updated. All right, another bit of good news. AILA, the Immigration Lawyers Association, and CONSULTATION, and other groups and big attorneys in the U.S., we have recruited 1,000 immigration attorneys to fight the incoming administration, and we are ready. I'm telling you, we immigration attorneys are badasses. We know the law better than any person in government, and we are going to continue to fight for you, immigrants, and you'll see. We have a battle, but we're ready. We're ready for it. Also, from what I've read in reliable sources, is that governors of each state are going to fight for immigrants as well. If you're in a state like California, I understand we're supposed to have different states come in to try to round up immigrants. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Governors are going to fight back. So that's good news. We are ready. We're geared up. It's not going to happen. We're going to continue to fight this fight, okay? All right, we got new guidance November 14th, 2024, with regard to you proving your permanent resident status in context of a naturalization application. Let me tee this up for you. So what happened was an individual who had a green card was coming into the U.S. That person was paroled to see the immigration judge. Ultimately, the immigration judge terminated proceedings, but the admission was a parole and they weren't admitted as a permanent resident. So in the context of naturalization, the regulations indicate that you need to show that you were admitted as a permanent resident. The naturalization was denied and appealed, went up to the circuit court, and the circuit court said, in the context of a naturalization application, one only need to prove permanent resident status at the initial time of admission when they got the green card, either at the port of entry when they came with the green card or at the time of adjustment of status if they got the green card in the U.S. So that's a big victory for us. And I know I've had several cases where I've been arguing with the government that no, you need not prove permanent resident status on every entry into the United States. So we won that fight, and we're going to continue to win fights, folks. All right. Alrighty, another bit of good news. Let's look at the visa bulletin for December of 2024. All right, I'm going to take you, I give you a link in the description box here. Let's look at the visa bulletin together, okay? So for December, employment-based applications and family-based applications, we're going to use the filing chart, okay? Not the final action dates, but the filing charts. And let's take a look. For family-based cases, as you see, for the filing dates, there are a 1 to 2 year difference in terms of the dates. The filing dates are ahead of the final action dates, which are good. What does this mean? This means that you can file your adjustment of status application earlier than you would otherwise be able to. Normally, you have to wait until the final action date becomes current to file the adjustment in the U.S. For the filing dates, you can start your NVC process, but you can't file the adjustment. Let's look at the employment-based applications. Not much difference in the employment-based application, but that's okay. Again, we're going to continue to see good movement in the employment-based cases. What you can see is most of the categories, except for second through fourth preference category, is current. So that's good stuff, folks. We're looking at movement in the employment-based cases because it's a new fiscal year after October. We're going to continue to see this movement, and I'll keep you updated on the Visa Bulletin as well. All right, so next week, I'm going to provide a substantive video on your rights as an undocumented individual here in the United States, an individual that's on TPS, temporary protected status, an individual that's on DACA, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, for those asylees, also for those adjustment of status applications. You have due process rights. I'm going to outline these for you. I'm going to let you know what those rights are, and we're going to continue to provide you with really, really good information on what you need to know and what you need to do here in the next 4 years, okay? So thanks again for watching GrayLaw TV. Click below, like and subscribe. Go to my content, got some good stuff. Leave a comment. I do answer all of my comments, and you can always get me at hrg@graylaw.com. That's the only place you can get me. And hey, we'll see you next week.